Hey, what's up, ho? All right, look at this, dude. Man, I just before I get into the next thing. All right, always remember anyone that watches the video. Boom, Trump sucks at everything. It's right there. And also, before I get into the video, dude, love the bumbliness. Watch it, soak it in, live it, love it. Life sucks, and then you die. It's the video by some dude, um, and it was about metal, how metal, punk, goth, and rock were woke. And he was like, "Oh man, there was this podcast with like Tim Pool and this other guy and this other guy, and they were like, why is metal and goth and punk and blah 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 so woke nowadays?" And the guy is just like, and the guy making the video is just like, I'm so tired of this argument about everything's woke and woke this and woke that and woke. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. In America, so for those who in a different time or in a different place don't know, January 31st, 2026, 11:20 a.m. This political right in America has control of basically everything. And the people that worship the political right and DJT, Donald Judas Trump, bitch about everything still. Like whiny little bitchy babies. They still bitch about everything. We don't have enough power. You control everything on the federal level, even the Supreme Court. You control a lot of state houses and stuff. You control a lot of judges that are not talking the Supreme Court. A lot of judges are Trump appointed judges from 2016. That Trump 1.0 and Trump 2.0. And still you're bitching. Why? On the legal end, why? Because even the judges that Trump appointed are still like, dude, this is, you're trying to do something now that it's like fascist authoritarian level in a fascist authoritarian government. It's like, dude, come on, man, be a little easy on it. Like, damn. That the aphorism or whatever of pissing on someone's leg and being like, man, it's raining. That's not what they're doing. They're pissing on someone's face and being like, You're not pissing on your face. You're pissing on my face. And you're liking it. And there's an elephant pissing on my face. It's a whole herd of elephants. Why are you pissing on my face? I should be pissing on your face. But I'm not. And it's not pee. It's liquid gold. You should be opening your mouth and drinking it. It'll make you richer. You know who made it richer? Peter Pan. It'll make you fly. Drink it and try. It'll make you fly. It won't make you high. But if you try and fly high in the sky, I mean, where are we going with this shit? Like, people they're just trying to confuse you, and then after all this shit, they're just like, I can't give it. Boom, 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 boom. Is he dead yet? Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. He was a terrorist. It was a 5-year-old with a lollipop. You're right, he was a terrorist. Bag 'em and tag 'em, boys. One more terrorist down. Take 'em away, toys. Remember that one? That was a good one from The Simpsons. But yeah, these right-wingers. And they started down this road with the culture wars. Remember the culture wars bullshit? They're still doing the culture wars. That's what the woke thing is. It's the tail end of the culture wars. You're gay. The gays are coming to get you. Oh, remember gays? Hollywood. They're gonna make your kids gay. And I was thinking about this also before. Don't you remember? Weren't right wingers always against everything Jewish, everything Israel, everything like that? Now, all of a sudden, it seems like the right wing is super duper on the side of protecting Israel and be like, you're anti-Semite and anti-Semitism. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? How is the right wing like the king of 180ism and goalpost moving and all of this shit? And their latest trick was the whole, yeah, we don't give a shit about the Second Amendment. It's like, okay, so I think that is the entire Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And I think the Declaration of Independence. That pretty much means all of the founding documents and everything that came after. You just threw in the waste bin of history. So y'all don't care about anything except the Bible, which, by the way, I'm going to go out on a limb and say doesn't mean shit. Because it's a made-up fairy tale that has about, I don't know, anywhere between 100 and 1,400 different versions. Maybe even more than that. I mean, it's got more rewrites than an abysmally horrible Hollywood script. And y'all are supposed to hate Hollywood. So, and isn't Hollywood run by Jews? That's right. The Bible was started by Jews. So, everything's connected. It's all been woven together. Maybe that's the only thing Jews can do right. Make up bullshit. And apparently sandwiches. I've never been to New York, but apparently Jews make really, really good deli sandwiches. So yeah. And the guy made another good point, which is everybody should know the whole woke thing was yet another thing that was stolen from black culture, which, you know, take that for whatever you want to take that. I mean, I've known that for a while because all you have to do is know language to know that the word woke, that the term and that I knew that the first time I heard the word woke. I was like, woke? What is woke? That sounds like something that black people would say. And it's just like, yeah, of course it is, because woke. It's short for, it just sounds like awoken or awake. It sounds like it came from the word, you know, awake, awoken. Like, I know language, so it's like, yeah, woke. There you go. And, you know, what does it mean? Oh, you're awake, you're aware. Yeah. That's not a bad thing to be awoke or awakened or anything like that, because the opposite is to be asleep. Oh, so woke is bad? So if you're not woke, that means you're asleep. So that means that right wingers are asleep. Yeah, you're asleep. That's actually true. Right wingers are asleep. They're asleep, dormant, dumb, pacified. Um, they're goose stepping troopers following, you know, they're just, you know, following the leader. Good little Christian soldiers. And, again, I'm a believer in something that I'll say this. I'll say this over and over again. Any kind of real Christian church looks nothing like all of these Christian churches that are around, because they're all of them hierarchical, and they demand obedience, and they preach a whole lot of hatred and a lot of bigotry. All of this crap that takes your brain, mushes it down into a little pebble, and tells you not to think about anything and not to question anything. And any real kind of spiritual, not doctrine, but a spiritual system does exactly the opposite of that. Takes your mind and unfolds it at every step, and encourages you to explore yourself and other people, and encourages you to encourage other people to explore themselves and other people. But modern Christianity just doesn't do that. It just doesn't do that. And modern religions, a lot of them, I don't think Islam, in a lot of ways, does that either. Religions, a lot of the more populist religions just seem to be, be in the tent, and all of us in the tent are great, and fuck all the people outside the tent because they're heathens and we need to kill them. And that's all that is good for, is a system of control. And guess who benefits from the system of the control? The people at the fucking top. And that is why it's there, and that's why they want that religion. That's why they want that system out there. They don't want a diffuse system of spirituality. They want a controlled, hierarchical system of spirituality. You want a system where you have to go to a place and have a book. It's actually enshrined in American law Look at how you have to have a legal tax-free system of religion, and you will see why it's fucked up. Because in order to have a tax-free religion, you need to have a certain delineated things to be tax-free. And then you'll understand. Because you have to have a place of gathering where you gather. You have to have a doctrine. You have to have this, and this. You have to have certain things, a creed which you follow. All of these things that set you up to be controlled instead of setting you up to be freed. So there you go. The power structure wants you. The power structure wants you to exist in that walled garden, and on top of that, they want to destroy the garden inside the walls. So, whatever. Anyways, I've covered a lot of bullshit here. Basically, capitalism blows. I think we're proving that. I think we proved that in history and in the history of America. This is at least the third time. Right now, this time is at least the third time that we've proven capitalism blows. And has serious systemic institutional flaws in it. And, take my word for it, or you can just read history. Go and look at history, and you can see that it has very, very, very serious problems inherent to it. So whatever. Tax rich people, kneecap rich people, boobs. Big ones. TNA.